We're here today with Brianna Abbott, and we're going to talk a little bit about her story, her life here in Mesquite, and where she's going next. This week's graduation at Virgin Valley High School, she's one of our amazing graduates, so that's why we're doing this and sitting down with a graduate to kind of hear about the high school experience, growing up in Mesquite, what she has next planned, and if she plans to come back. That's the big question. So, Brianna, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. I know you probably have a lot of fun things going on right now.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, I know you said your family's been here for a long time, yes. So tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So my ancestors came to the valley. They were one of the families that came here first. They were all girls though, so
there must have been some boys.
Yeah, there were some boys. Most of them were girls, so the name hasn't really carried. But yeah, I've been here my whole life. I was born in St. George, and then I've been here forever.
Okay, cool.
And yeah.
So you are getting ready to graduate. Graduation's Thursday, I think?
Friday. It's on Friday.
But who's counting the days, right? Not you.
Right. No, definitely not me. I have not had a countdown since August.
And so I'm told by a girl that I know well, a friend, Jody, that you're on the drill team and you were in the FFA. So what can you tell us about that kind of stuff?
Yes, so I was on the drill team for 4 years, on the high school drill team, and I did 4-H. Cool. For a long time, but those are both over, so now I'm just...
What would you say to kids that are going into high school? Would you recommend getting into those groups, or anything that you wish you would have done different, or, I don't know, any parting wisdom from a senior?
Yeah, no, I would definitely get involved, because it's just boring if you don't, especially here, because everyone does everything, so if you don't, it's just, you'll be bored and you'll wish you did.
Yeah, and I think you made some really good friends in these groups too, right? From
yes,
what I heard.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. I've met my best friends through drill and things like that.
That's cool. So after graduation, what's next? Where are you going to go? What's your big plans?
So I'm going to Brigham Young University this fall, and I'm
Congrats.
majoring in psychology. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm majoring in psychology, and then I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to do with it, but I know something along that line.
So, is psychology therapy and
yes.
counseling and stuff like that?
Yeah, stuff like that. And I've kind of thought about going to the forensic side too, but I'm not really sure yet.
What's forensic psychology about? What do you do?
So you kind of more study, why you think that way. It's one thing I've thought of becoming is a criminal behavior analyst, which they kind of are just why they did that crime. If that makes sense, it's what made your brain do it, basically.
Right. Do you think that we can ever really understand that, really?
Probably not, honestly.
I hope not, right?
I know, I hope not. I'm yeah, I hope not as well. But
that's an interesting field for you.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I like it.
Yes, I do.
So one of the big things that I wanted to talk to you about, which is maybe not something that you hear all the time, but as an adult, I hear especially the older people saying, young people don't want to stay here, and it's an older people town. So would you agree with that? Would you say that's pretty true, or?
I think it's true if you leave. I feel like if someone graduates high school and they don't leave, then they won't.
Right.
I don't think they'll stay here for 10 years and then just leave. All my brothers have stayed, and they just have stayed. But personally, I'm going to leave, and I just don't find myself coming back, because it just feels oh, why would I go back and live with my parents? That's just what it feels like,
Right.
So... yeah.
So where do you think you'll stay somewhere near BYU, or don't know?
I honestly have no idea. I have no idea where I will end up, but it will probably not be here.
If somebody was to ask you, is there something that the city could do to make coming back here more appealing to you? Is it something that we don't have here, or is it just you're called to do something different, or is it the town, or is it just I want to explore and see other places? Why do you think you won't come back?
I think for me it's kind of just a thing in my head where it's lately I've just been I'm so excited to leave that coming back feels why did I even leave in the first place?
Right.
But I know a lot of people do. I know a couple people that do plan on coming back just because they love the community here, and everything like that. But I also know a lot of people who don't like being here because they say, yeah, it's just for old people, but yeah. So I think it really just depends, like, who you are and, like, what you really want. But yeah, me personally, I will most likely not be back.
All right. So we didn't solve the great mystery of why kids don't want to come back to Mesquite, but apparently your brothers are here. So
Yeah.
what do they do? Like, what kind of work do they do?
One of my brothers is a firefighter with the
cool.
city, and he has like he dabbles in a couple other things. And then my other brother he also lives here, obviously, and he like works in Vegas, but he just like travels every day. So they both stayed. And I know for them it's nice because like both of all their parents live here, so it's like built-in babysitter. Like I was just babysitting earlier today,
Right.
so it's like I will honestly miss that aspect of like when I leave. I will miss that, like not having that built-in like family.
Right.
But yeah,
Get to go out there
deal
and
with
see
it when
who
I
you
get there. Yeah.
Yeah, see who you are and what you're gonna accomplish in the world. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
All the possibilities for you in the world.
Yes.
So.
Thankfully.
Well, congratulations. Good job. And yeah, anything else you want to share before you head out? Any wise words of wisdom or?
Not really.
Oh, I know. Before we go, she was telling me earlier. This is just a sidebar, cool story. Tell us about your trip to Africa. Where did you go? What were you guys doing?
Yes.
It was last summer, right?
Yes, last summer I went to Zimbabwe, which is in Africa, with a group called Humanitarian XP, and I went and built a school. I was one of 5 groups that went, and so Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, we were on the work site, mixing concrete by hand and laying bricks and doing roofing, all that for 2 weeks. And then on the weekends we had our little fun trips. Like I went on a safari in Kenya,
Wow.
and I got to like feed elephants. It was so fun. Feed
So-
giraffes. I fed giraffes, not elephants.
Was Africa what you imagined it would be like what you thought it would be, or was it completely different?
It was like both.
Mm.
So I got to see like both sides. Like where I built the school, it was more of like a povertized community.
Right.
But whereas where we stayed, it was more of like the nicer area, so that we like felt safe and our parents like felt safe sending us there, because we
Right.
had like no communication to the outside world. The only way my mom knew it was okay was through an Instagram account. Like I didn't have my phone for like 2.5 weeks. I didn't really have any connection until I got back to the airport in New York.
Because there's no service there, or they don't allow
Well, it
you
was
to,
more
or?
just like as the group, we all just like to put our phones down. Like it's like they called it like unplugged.
Yeah.
So like every trip we just like they like take our phones, and so I was like, okay. But no, it was really fun. It was perfect.
That's awesome. Well, thank you again so much. We're so excited for you, and it sounds like you're going to do great things, and hopefully you'll be out there helping us solve crimes.
Yeah, hopefully.
So thanks, guys. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Brianna.
Thank you.